So, Will, you grew up where?
McCarlin, Mississippi.
Central Mississippi, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Central.
Tell me about your family, mom and dad.
Oh, see, they my dad, he was kind of old school. He's born 1922, so he was old school and raised me up basically to be old school. And we had like a little small farm in McCarley, and I always thought it was kind of weird, but I never couldn't get out of it. But growing up, there was always it was like farm stuff in the late '90s and early 2000s. As a kid, none of my friends, they was doing all that stuff, but yeah, basically that's. And then my mom, she what you want to know about her?
Were you close to your mom?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was very close to my mom. She was everything was normal there. She'd take us to church, just a traditional church, and even a traditional church, it didn't have no effect on me.
What kind of kid were you? Do you have friends?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I always maybe kept maybe one or two, but I didn't have a lot of friends because I stuck to myself. And as a kid, it might have seemed like it was forced, but then as a teenager, that's just that was my comfort zone, sticking to myself. All the children, the teenagers, the things they was into, I never was into. So we was never gonna get along anyhow.
You were kind of a loner?
Yeah, kind of a loner, but that's I'm a loner because I have not met my flock. I haven't met my flock yet. And so my people that think like me. And so yeah, I what's the point of doing a useless connection? We're not gonna get along, so we're not gonna have any similarities. So what's the point?
You mentioned that you think you were Jim Jones reincarnated.
Yeah.
Does being a cult leader, is that idea attractive? Is that attractive? Is that an interesting idea to you?
Yeah, but it's a little deeper. The cult thing, sure. I mean, people will look up to you for advice.
Well, you'll have a flock.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it will, and if you don't let it get to you, like you actually use it for good, and then you might can help people out.
Do you think Jim was doing any good?
I believe so in the beginning, and I believe he was. If you ever look up the people that escaped, they was doing all right up until the end. The end. You judge somebody based off that one bad thing, but then people will tend to forget all the good things. He had that going for a bunch of years. It's not like it was an experiment gone bad. He actually was doing pretty good with it. It just that it just ended the way. Actually, it ended the way it was meant to end. There's no other way it could have ended.
So. You've been emailing me through the years.
Yes.
And you've had different.
That's right.
Ideas going through your head each time you email me.
Yes, that's right. And
you want to revisit some of those?
Yeah.
What were some of the earlier ideas going through your head when you had contacted me in the past?
Yeah. Well, when I contacted you in the past, now I don't know if you remember any of it, because like I said, I think it's probably the first time couple of years ago, it's always been about, I don't even know how to really describe it, but the subject has always been almost the same. It's been basically doing away with traditional religion. And that's been my focus, is the traditional religion. It just, I feel like that is what messes people up, is traditional.
Did you have experiences with organized religion when you were young?
No, I didn't. And I mean, organized, yes. Yes. In McCarley, with the church that my mom took me to, but what I thought you was going with was, I don't know why my mind just took me right to almost kind of like a little commune. But I did end up going to one of those for just a little while. I tried out the commune thing with the intentions of one day being their main dude,
being their leader.
Yeah, but it just wasn't. Even that wasn't for me, because they was stuck teaching the Bible, and I just don't think the Bible is made to trap people. And so the organized religion, every single church, especially here in this state, every single church is all about the Bible. So when you go there, you're already getting conditioned. You're getting programmed from the beginning of what you need to you need to think about.
What would be the ideas and concepts for your commune cult?
Oh, well,
flock.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it would be basically just try to be a good person. That's all you need to do, is to be a good person.
Which is what Jesus was basically teaching.
Yeah, well, yeah, but see, the Bible, now Jesus, I don't think that Jesus did any type of violent acts. But in the Old Testament, it was violent act one after the next. But I don't think that see, with Jesus, they will tell you that you need to, there's 10 commandments, you got to follow them. And if you don't follow them, okay, well, odds are, yeah, you're going to hell. And it don't matter how good of a person. See, it wasn't just be good with Jesus. It's, you got these, there's these other little stipulations, or you're going to burn. So there's besides the 10 commandments, they even encourage you to tithe. Of course, that, I guess you could say that keeps the church doors open, but it also contributes to the preacher's greed. And so it's just too organized, too set up like a business. And I believe that everybody is a soul and not a body. We're just here in this body. This ain't ours. That's what I believe, that this is just something that we're borrowing, and we can't take it with us whenever we do level up. And so we don't need all these rules to follow. It's just as simple as just be good.
There's a lot of rules.
It is a lot of rules in organized religions. Yes, there's I'm sure a preacher would lay out the rules too for you, and the end result is, if you don't follow those rules, then you're burning for eternity. And eternity is, the way I see it, it's 1,000,000 years times 1,000,000 times 1,000,000 times 1,000,000. That don't make sense to me.